Welcome to day 1 of 6, where we are taking the time to soothe the body and our emotions. Now I invite you to get comfortable, seated on a mat. If you like, you can light incense or a candle, as I would like each week to be like a ritual, a time where you take time for yourself. I'll just blow this out. You can comment below your favourite incense. You can try it if you would like. Now we're going to start seated in Sukhasana if you can, or on a seat, a pillow. You may find sitting in a pillow comfortable. I put a pillow underneath the heels here. Then I invite you to go into Hakini Mudra, so we'll bring the fingers together as we just take time to check in on ourselves. So we'll tuck the shoulders down away from the ears, we'll lengthen the spine. We'll take a slightly deeper breath in through the nose and sigh out with sound. Now with each breath, just let the sit bones get heavier on the mat. Now we're being compassionate with ourselves here. If we're emotional, then we have to show ourselves some compassion at this time. So you can close the eyes here as well, or keep the eyes open. I inhale and feel peace, exhale and release. Now this can be a lovely breath to use if you're holding on to emotion at this time. Inhale and feel peace, exhale and release. Now you may be holding that tension in the shoulders and the back here. So when you're saying that word release, just imagine that emotion that you're holding on to releasing down through the sit bones into the earth, taking that away, even just for a short period, even just for this time that you're here practicing with me. Inhale and feel peace, exhale and release. Inhale and feel peace, exhale and release. Now you can breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, in through the nose and out through the mouth at this time. This is only day 1. Find what feels good for you here. Inhale and feel peace, exhale and release. And we're going to release the mudra, and we're going to come down onto our backs into our bridge pose. So no rush here, gently come down onto your mat, moving slowly and gently. Now you may want to lift the tailbone slightly off the mat and just gently lay it back down to create that straight spine. You can tuck the shoulders away from the ears here. Again, just enjoying that breath, so just gently take a breath in through the nose. As you breathe out, let the body get heavy on your mat. Now you can slightly tuck the chin in here. Again, you can support the neck here if that feels comfortable to you. Now we're going to lift up here, so we're going to lift the hips, the pelvis off the mat, and then lower back down again. So the palms are flat down on your mat here. We're pressing into really the big toe here, and if you do that, that helps create sort of tightness in the thighs here. So this can be nice if we invite the breath in here too. So if we're breathing in as we lift, and breathing out as we come back down onto our mat. Again, we're just trying to regulate our nervous system here. You can still repeat that little mantra. Inhale, I feel peace. Exhale and release. Now you can exaggerate this as much as feels good. You might find lifting the hips up a little higher creates a nice release in the back here. Again, as women, we hold a lot of tension in our hips as well as our shoulders and our mind. And then we'll meet back on the mat. You can bring the knees into the chest here as we give ourselves a hug. Taking that breath in and sighing the breath out. Knowing that we can give ourselves a hug at any time. Now we're going to come over onto our front, into our Sphinx pose. Now as well as creating a release in the back and the lower back here, it's also a lovely chest opener. So when the emotions are running high, we sometimes want to close off. So heart opening asanas or poses can help again regulate those emotions. Now get comfortable here, so we're pressing the sort of pelvic bone into our mat. We've tucked the shoulders away from the ears here. Now our drishti, our focal point, can be straight ahead if the neck allows. If you feel more comfortable to look down, then please do so. We're pressing down into our mat here. I like to spread the fingers if you like to do that too. Elbows are beside the chest here. And just being still with the breath. Opening the heart, shining the heart forward. Knowing that you're supported here where you are, even just for this short period of time. Then invite you to lower down onto the mat, just for a breath. So breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Then in this next breath, we'll push into our forearms as we rise up. And then as we exhale, we'll lower back down. So creating a nice flow here. Just taking the time, no rush here. These short practices can even ease an emotion. We'll do one more. Then we'll just cross the arms and let the forehead rest on the forearms here. We'll bend at the knees as we just rock the knees back and forth. Taking a breath in here and sighing the breath out. Window wiping the knees or the feet back and forth here. And then we'll gently just lower the legs back down onto our mat as we gently come up to seated, however you want to get there. Again, no rush, no right or wrong here. As we bring the legs out in front, into our Tadasana, just a lovely pose or asana, just to straighten and lengthen the spine. You know, you can keep a slight bend in the knees here, just like a reset. And again, I just invite you to take that breath in, noticing how you feel just after this short practice. As we again just come back to our seated, comfortable position. You can bring back the mudra here, the Hakina mudra, and notice how you feel. So I hope that you continue to join me. For day 2 will be soothing sadness. And please tell me what emotion you are trying to regulate today in the comments below. I hope to see you next week. Thank you. Take care. Namaste.